the last 40 minutes. I'm Rachel Bozing. This is Chef Ralph Pallarino, and he's bringing us our May Food of the Month, which as you go down there, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Rachel and I have a favorite food group, and it's hot dogs, and these are hot dogs that are beef hot dogs made from steak trimming. So what you're looking at is a really great mouthfeel, but more than that, the snap that you get, the flavor that you get, the juiciness that is not grease, a juiciness with this hot dog. If you love hot dogs, this is your hot dog. If you don't like hot dogs, you haven't tried proper hot dogs until you've tried this one. And it's a May Food of the Month, and we've already sold, Frank will tell me, but thousands, I know that for a fact, 5,000 have already been ordered. They are coming in packages of, how many do we get?
Well, you get four. Four.
Packages of 4, which is really cool. Each hot dog is 12 grams of protein, which I'm really excited about as well, because I love hot dogs, so any excuse, I'm gonna do a face plant. So you can get your choice of 12 hot dogs is that $19.33, or when you stock up and save, right, we didn't do 58 times 2, we're actually gonna save you close to $26. That makes each one of these 3.2 ounce dogs, which is twice the size of your grocery store hot dogs, $3.75. Now I know a dog this big, that's this flavorful, that's not the price you're gonna get at a ballpark at all. Like if you're at the ballpark, I mean, think about, you go into the ballpark and they totally kill you at prices.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, oh my gosh. There is an auto delivery on this though, every 60 days. So lock that in, put these in your cart, get an all beef hot dog that is not like the all beef hot dogs in our grocery store, right, Chef Ralph? Tell us about that.
Listen, it's right here. It's deeper, it's richer, it's got tones of bacon. There's steak trimmings inside the hot dog. Let's take a look at one.
Let's take a look at one. There's steak trimmings inside the dog.
That's right, yeah.
Let's look at it.
And look at this color. And you actually alluded to the fact that you get this juicy hot dog.
Yes.
But what is that? What is that juice? That is the marbling of all those wonderful steak cuts inside that hot dog. Now you also notice the color. It's red. It's an all beef hot dog. But listen, people always say all beef hot dog, but we don't even know what that means, right? But we do know that there's steak inside this hot dog, right? Now let's draw that comparison that we always like to do.
Okay, so let's talk about size of hot dog and kind of color as we're looking at dogs that you get at a grocery store versus this one.
Okay, so you've been eating this your whole life. No big deal. This is actually a premium hot dog that we purchased at the grocery store. This is 1.6 ounces. The color, it's kind of like beige, okay? But next door to there, you have a red. They used to call them Red Hots in Chicago, where I come from. They call them Red Hots, right?
Yeah.
It's red like beef, as it should be. And of course, this size is obvious. 3.2 ounces, 1.6 ounces. So you're getting double the dog, but it's a gourmet experience. And like you said, and I love saying this,
I'm making my own dog
it's one of the few foods that if you don't like even as an adult growing up, and you try it for the first time, you say to yourself, oh my gosh, I think I like hot dogs.
I think I like hot dogs.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm making my own little hot dog over here.
Did you tell them what I did for you there?
I know that you cut them in half for sure.
Okay.
I know there's probably a knife around here, so I can cut this. Thank you so much.
No, but what did I do for the top for you?
You actually cut it. You make a little slicey so you can make a little canoe. You can show us how you do it. But here's the thing. The reality is that if you're somebody, so when I go to a barbecue, maybe this is you, and they're like, what do you want first, a dog or a burger? I'm like, a dog. And I'm not sure I'm actually gonna get to the burger because I might go back for dog number 2. Hot dogs are fun. They're like, and I ask people about they're like, a hot dog's the appetizer. You're like laying the foundation for all the yummy stuff you're gonna have later. So potato salad or coleslaw or beans or watermelon or, hanging out and getting some sangria with it or whatever. But a hot dog is for every single time you're gonna fire up a grill.
Right, so let me show you real quick on the board when we talk about, look at that, she's showing you that hot dog to bun ratio. So when we show that smaller hot dog, that is a mouthful of bun, right? There's no balance there whatsoever. But that 3.2 ounce Kansas City gourmet hot dog, look at that. Perfect, you bite into it, you get a little bit of that sweet bun, and of course, that gourmet hot dog.
So this is my favorite. It's so funny, Frank's in my ear going, how is it? Because this is my dinner. And oftentimes people will say, do you eat before the show?
No, she loves the hot dog.
Yes, we eat before the show. What are the bites that you take? Tiny little bites of everything. Until you get to something that could be dinner. And then we eat like it's dinner.
Yeah.
And we're so excited.
I'm glad that you enjoy it. Where'd you put the mustard? Let me fill this up. She stole the mustard.
Okay.
Uh-oh, I
right.
got a customer.
Rachel,
Yes,
eat.
hello.
I actually did not eat before the show, so I'm ready. This is my
Okay.
dinner for sure.
All right.
I am obsessed with hot dogs in the same way that Rachel B is.
Yes.
I absolutely love them, and this truly is my favorite hot dog that
Yep.
I have had because it is that all beef, delicious, a little bit of that bacon flavor there. The bite of it is amazing, and my favorite part, I don't feel guilty because when I eat a hot dog that is from the grocery store and I don't know what goes into it,
Right.
I feel guilty. I love the taste, but I feel really guilty. So I don't feel guilty with these because I know
Nope.
everything that goes into it, and it's things
Yes.
like filet mignon.
Exactly.
And as we get older, things sit differently,
Yeah.
right? As you eat them. This hot dog sits very well with me. I don't know about you,
Yes,
but
it
I
does.
feel good eating it. So I have you a half here.
Amazing,
Okay,
love that.
is it ketchup?
Ketchup, thank you. Ketchup and relish is usually my go-to.
Okay, a little
I'm
relish.
ketchup and
that.
mustard.
Yeah,
Love it, love it.
mustard and relish too.
Oh,
Just a little bit of that.
amazing.
And there you go.
Oh, that looks so great.
Enjoy.
Okay, so we got just a
Okay.
half here, and even
Yes.
the half fills up the
There's
bun.
a
Well,
lot.
it's really a normal hot dog, half of it,
Right.
because it's 1.6 ounces. 12 grams of protein for a whole dog. You have there 6 grams of protein.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's
On
right.
the fly,
Oh my gosh,
in your
that's
hand, just like
great.
that.
And it just says summertime.
Yes.
It says summertime, hanging out with friends, getting out the card game.
Yeah.
I like to play spades.
So
What do you
good.
play?
Spades,
I'm
I
a
don't know how to
blackjack.
play.
I
I
like
played
blackjack.
gin rummy.
Gin rummy, that's a good one.
That's
What do
a
you
good
play?
one. Blackjack.
Oh, well, do we have blackjack
Oh.
tables in our backyard?
Some do. legally, total
I'm
legal.
going to your
Ralph
house.
Just chips, just chips.
Could we slice up the hot dogs and use those as our poker
Yeah,
chips?
well, we got to show this over here.
Okay.
So I love barbecue baked beans. And, you normally barbecue baked beans, base is barbecue sauce and bacon. And then, of course, the beans. What
It's
we've
over
done
there.
here.
Sorry.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
over there.
It's right here. What we've
Really
done is
doesn't-
we've
yeah.
added those really rich hot dogs to those barbecue baked
wow.
beans. And Chef Jason just did an amazing job. Well, look at
that.
So the hot dogs are adding more protein and just a little more oomph. So now the baked beans become more of like an entree almost. And look at that. It came out bubbling.
It looks so great.
Just
And
Well,
really-
we're quiet because we're taking bites.
I know,
But
we're
let me
still
share with
eating.
you what's happening.
Okay.
The reality is that this is the May Food of the Month for a reason. Because they're not like ordinary hot dogs. They're not like the hot dogs you're going to buy in your grocery store. They're, dare I say it, in my estimation, better, more flavorful. Why? Because steak trimmings are in here.
Yes.
So you can get a dozen of them, and they will come in packages of 4.
Right.
They're completely manageable and to squirrel in the side of your freezer. So beef hot dog, there it is. There's the information. 12 grams of protein per, which I love. You can even look at them and see these are huge hot dogs.
Yeah.
So you'll want to get the buns that are the biggest ones you can find so that you can put the hot dogs in them. But
Yeah.
here's the story. 12 of them is going to be that $19.33. That's your under $20 bill alert. Or double the order. Get 24 of them, save $26, and that's $3.75 a dog. So I love the idea that you can feed 24 people their first hot dog of your barbecue moment for $89 and actually put it on an easy pay. They always ship for free. Maybe you're going to your family reunion barbecue, send these there. Bring the protein. Oftentimes you'll get an invitation to a barbecue and you're like, what protein do you want me to bring? Or do you want to bring sides? Like, people say, I'll bring the this, you bring the that, da-da-da-da. You bring the hot dogs. Bring hot dogs that are absolutely exquisite. And let's talk about why. As we're looking close up at them, it's a hot dog. Everybody else, people are like, I'm not sure about hot dogs because we don't know what goes in it. It's that mystery meat. It's that we don't really know.
Right.
What is
So
this one?
This is an all beef hot dog. We say all beef, we mean steak trimmings, right? Look at that color. We didn't add anything to make this color. This is beef. It's also juicy. Rachel, at 3.2 ounces, you can char this to the point where it looks burnt and then cut into it. And it will absolutely be juicy. And by the way, Father's Day is coming up.
It is.
If anyone loves their father, and their father loves hot dogs, send them hot dogs. Because I love hot dogs.
I love hot dogs. I have no shame in my game. I love hot dogs. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be a fancy place, but I love a dog. And by the way, so do you, because our auto delivery is starting to get really busy. And here's the thing about auto delivery, is that we hold the price, we hold that easy pay, and then it's just our promise to you to ship them to your door every 60 days. And so when you see the prices of everything kind of going a little wonky and you're like, well, what's a protein that I can eat? If you've got grandkids, guess what grandkids love? hot dogs.
Oh.
When I was a kid, I was like, hot dogs. Let's have hot dogs and corn was like one of my favorite meals as a kid.
You made
like,
a good point.
Hot dogs and corn.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
I think that's great. So we always visit the in-laws.
Yeah.
And the in-laws always say, so what do your kids like
Like
now?
to eat.
What do they like to, because it changes every month.
Right.
And they love hot dogs. But they're like, oh, cool, we go to
Right.
the big box store and buy a bunch of hot dogs. I'm like,
No.
no, they only like my hot dogs.
Right.
So I had to send the hot dogs to the in-laws.
Right.
I get the bill.
Right.
They get the hot dogs.
Well, and I mean, that's the thing. And actually, they're getting a little highfalutin taste because these aren't any old hot
Yeah.
dogs. The beef that's in here are steak trimmings. So you can feel good about what you're giving somebody because you know that you're giving them a good quality beef from Kansas City Steak Company that actually makes steaks, by the way, for the nation's top steak restaurants. So they're not going to put out a hot dog with their name on it that is just kind of like a hot dog, one that they want to be secretive about.
Yeah.
So the 12 hot dogs will be $19.33 on an Easy Pay. Save close to $26 when you order the 24, and that's going to be $29 on an Easy Pay. But guess what? The auto delivery is every 60 days, and the great thing about auto delivery is that you can pay it forward, you can push it back. Like if you're going to Martha's Vineyard and you're not going to get your shipment, you can say, hold my shipment, I need you to wait until I get back. And that's what auto delivery can do. But you can't opt into auto delivery if we don't have the offer available. M134610. Chef Ralph Pallarino, thank you so much for bringing me my
Thank you.
favorite dog.
You got it.